Welcome back, guys, to Greasy Game Season 2.
Episode 2.
Yes, last episode, the first whole district actually got eliminated. The Frozen district. So that went pretty quick. So the very last thing that happened in the last episode was that King Harold of Norway and Steve Harvey found a knife and some food and water. And they missed the ruby right there. So that was unfortunate.
But now night is dawning. Gandhi and Belle Delphine had walked around all night through the desert. But then Gandhi saw a camel that was just walking around in the desert. And of course Gandhi was a master with animals, so he whistled at the camel. And then the camel walked towards Gandhi. And then Gandhi said, free ride. And then him and Belle Delphine climbed on top of the camel.
Gandhi and Belle Delphine rode the camel and let the camel show way. And after they had been riding the camel for a few hours, the camel showed them a big oasis right there. But they also saw a godmater, the Stain, and Pinkie Pie.
While the camel was drinking from the water, Gandhi said, ahoy strangers! And then a godmater said,
hello everyone!
And then Gandhi hopped off the camel like the king he was and said, do you want to join our team? And then a godmater said,
Captures, and captures you can just captures, and of course captures.
Pinkie Pie was really charmed by this mysterious Gandhi guy. And said, hell yeah, let's team. The Stain was also charmed. A godmater saw that his team had left him for Gandhi and didn't want to be alone, so he ran towards them and said he was gonna join.
So the night had fully dawned, and PewDiePie decided that they should not go to sleep because PewDiePie was hungry for kills and Green Lantern was hungry for pussy. So they decided to stay awake. They found this big house right here and went inside.
So they walked into the house and started to loot. However, they didn't find anything of value except a pocket pussy. Green Lantern was waiting for PewDiePie to walk away so he could use it, but PewDiePie, he found something under the desk. It was a secret entrance. I said, Green Lantern, check this out. And then Green Lantern said, okay. And then they walked down the entrance.
When they went into this little tunnel right here, they heard some snoozing, a very loud snoozing. So they thought maybe someone was sleeping in the area. So they decided to go and check it out. So the snoozing became louder and louder the deeper into the tunnel they went.
And Green Lantern's dick got harder and harder. PewDiePie and Green Lantern came out of the tunnel and into this little chamber right there. And they saw on the floor the King of Norway and Steve Harvey was sleeping. And Steve Harvey was masturbating. And before anyone could react, Green Lantern decided to summon his powers and summon some green energy and shot the green energy at the King of Norway. The King of Norway didn't even wake up before he died. Alright, so we have
You might sit and wonder, Green Lantern just used his fucking powers. That is not legal. And you're absolutely right, that is not legal. So we had to disqualify him from the competition. So we sent our security guard down to pick up Green Lantern. So we put handcuffs on Green Lantern, and Green Lantern went. Oh, the security guard took him away.
I'm sorry, Green Lantern. As Green Lantern's uncle once said, the greater power, the greater responsibility, and Green Lantern failed this responsibility now.
While this was happening, Steve Harvey was about to come, but he decided to hold it in to maybe blind PewDiePie by spraying the cum in his eyes. But the cum just went up and splashed on his face instead, blinding himself. And PewDiePie took out his sword and sliced off Steve Harvey's erect cock, and also sliced off his head.
PewDiePie drank some of Steve Harvey's water and picked up their food. PewDiePie scoured the room and found what Steve Harvey and the King of Norway didn't see. The ruby that was laying in his basket.
PewDiePie found the ruby and gladly picked it up, but he still missed the second one. The sun was rising and a new day was dawning, while the dog was sniffing on this Jacksepticeye right here. And this dog is actually a trained professional in drugs. We had to have the security guard go and check it out. So the security guard drove his golf cart to the area.
The security guy checked out if Prince, the dog, was barking for a reason, and he made a Jacksepticeye, or maybe the Jacksepticeye impersonator, piss on a bottle. So he kind of went away and pissed and got back. And then our security guy walked back to his car and checked the piss out.
He did the taste test, the smell test, and the touch test. And he found out that the piss was not pure, and that Jacksepticeye actually had been using drugs before the match started.
To be more specific, steroids. The security guy decided to handcuff Jacksepticeye, and the Jacksepticeye is disqualified for breaking one of the Greasy Games rules, which is that you cannot use drugs in this competition. It's a fair game.
Or this could be the impersonator, we don't know.
We don't know who it is, actually.
This season of Greasy Games it works the same as the last season. Every day at 12 p.m. an event happens. And this time the event was a tiger in the jungle.
Like last season, we were bringing in a wild animal for the competitors to deal with.
So it was a little unfortunate that the tiger spawned in the jungle, because these people actually are in the jungle. And there the tiger went, and these people were absolutely shocked. They had to run as their 8 legs could bear them. But Pokemon had a bow and arrow, so she decided to give it a shot.
While the Pokemon was preparing her arrow, the band Green Day decided to run. The tiger ran towards Pokemon, and she shot an arrow right before the tiger jumped on her, and the arrow hit the tiger in the chest.
But the tiger didn't die, and the tiger was still hungry as F, and jumped on top of Pokemon and raped her. And the tiger's big cock was enough to kill Pokemon. Then the tiger ate up the corpse.
Leo Dooley, carrying the baby Charlie, arrived at this little village here, and Leo Dooley was conflicted because he wasn't sure if it was safe, because he thought that somebody probably was in the village. Luckily, nobody was there when he got there. So he and the baby went inside this house and looted some food.
Now they also was safe from Epstein.
Speaking of Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein was walking around in the desert, and he spotted one of the cameras that we had planted in the field. So he went up to the camera, and he started to talk to us. And he said, "Guys, I'm so tired. You need to let me out of here. Look, I can give you information, alright? Just let me out of here, okay? I'm a pedophile, alright? But I know other pedophiles. I can name a few. Do you guys know Donald Trump, the president of the United States? Well, yeah, he visited my mansion last Saturday, and he raped a 12-year-old child. Look, guys, I have the footage, alright? Just please let me out." suddenly Jeffrey Epstein fell over because some sniper at this helicopter had shot him down. But guys, this wasn't planned. We don't know what kind of helicopter this is or who shot Jeffrey Epstein, but maybe you could solve this at home. 14 people are dead and there are 22 people left in the competition.
So now everyone had left the middle, except for 3 competitors. Goofy, the Bug, and the Boeing 737. Goofy had actually managed to start the plane. He had read the manual. So Goofy drove the plane, and the plane went airborne. So the No Cap Handicap team had been just chilling out on the dunes, and they saw a plane in the sky.
And in the distance they heard "Woo-hoo-hoo!" But that marks the end of episode 2 of season 2 of Greasy Games. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you will continue watch.
And we have a little rule for you at home. You have to have made yourself a favorite in this episode. It's too late in the next episodes.
Comment down below who you're rooting for and betting money on.
Yes. Have a nice day.